It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police are investigating a savage attack at Hamilton. 7 men began following 5 others on Beaumont Street just before midnight on Sunday, and they started arguing before a fight broke out. Joanne Elliott from Police Headquarters says all 5 victims were taken to the Mater Hospital for treatment.
We now have that 27-year-old man being treated for a broken leg. The 26-year-old man was treated for facial injuries, and the other 3 escaped with only minor injuries. Officers from Newcastle City patrolled the area, spoke to a number of people. Inquiries are continuing, but they are appealing for anyone's information to ring Crime Stoppers 1800 333 000.
Police are appealing for witnesses following a suspicious house fire at Hexham. A home in Shamrock Street was destroyed in the blaze on Sunday night. Detectives believe the fire was deliberately lit. Fortunately, no one was inside the home at the time. Storm season is bearing down on the Hunter, and the State Emergency Service is urging residents to be prepared. Volunteers across the Hunter region responded to more than 900 storm call-outs last season, adding up to 3,700 hours. Hunter Region Controller Amanda Williamson says there are a number of ways to get prepared.
There's a number of things that people can do. Firstly, they need to understand what type of risk they're facing, then have a plan about what they will do to make sure that they've got a game plan to evacuate if a storm does hit their area. We also ask many residents to make sure that they get their home ready, and they can also keep a list of emergency numbers somewhere that they can quite easily reach should they need to use those numbers during a storm.
The Environment Protection Authority has failed to find those responsible for a massive oil spill at Rutherford earlier this year. Around 2,500 litres of oil was discovered at the back of Fulton Hogan's Gardner Street business in July, with the material leaking into a lagoon on Stony Creek. The Herald reports the business paid $100,000 in clean-up costs and is now unlikely to be reimbursed. Hunter residents are being warned of the approaching peak of the gastro season. 63 outbreaks have been reported in institutions including childcare centres, nursing homes and hospitals over the past month, compared to the September average of 73 in the last 5 years. Public health physician Dr. David Durheim says it's important to minimise spreading the virus.
The important thing is to prevent any further outbreaks now that we know that there is norovirus circulating. So anybody who has gastro symptoms should really avoid settings where it's very easy for the disease to spread. All of us in the community need to pay particular care to our own hygiene, so a really good idea to thoroughly wash our hands at this time of the year.
Some much-needed work to improve the main roads around Cooks Hill will get underway today. A new roundabout will be built at the intersection of Union and Parry Streets, which is due to be completed by Christmas. Council will also be working on a long-overdue safety upgrade with a raised pedestrian crossing to be installed on Union Street near the netball courts.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
The Newcastle All Blacks have gone down to Redfern 36 points to 32 in the grand final of the Koori Knockout Rugby League competition held at Dubbo. The scores were locked at full time before Redfern centre Jonathan Wright scored in the corner in the second period of Golden Point. Newcastle Knights hooker Adam Clydesdale is expected to confirm a move to Canberra today. He's been given an early release from his contract to sign a 2-year deal with the Raiders. Meanwhile, the Knights are fuming after New South Wales Cup fullback Jake Mamo was punched in the head during Sunday's 26-12 NRL State Championship loss to Ipswich. Ipswich forward Billy McConaughey has been charged with Grade 2 contrary conduct over the incident. And the Newcastle Jets have named defender Nigel Bogard as their skipper for the upcoming A-League season. He says everyone will have to be accountable under his captaincy.
It'll be an honour to take them out on the park each week, but this year for us to be successful, we need 11 leaders and those boys coming off the bench making an impact. So, it's an honour to lead my hometown, but for us to succeed, we're all going to have to pitch in.
To NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.